What it is, y'all, it is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back at you today with another Danmachi video. Now, today we're going to be talking about the Telskyura, the new PvP-ish event that is currently live in the game. We talked about basically what this is last week, but now that we've been at this a few days, and I would like to think most of us are probably pretty comfortable with this, in this event, there's a few things that we've kind of learned and come to, like, I guess you could say adjust to over time. And the number one thing that I could tell you right now, and I did talk about it earlier in the week, you should always be fighting the team that gives you 30 points. That really should be your number one goal. Now, I can understand situations where you might not feel comfortable with that, you might want to fight this team, but most people should not be fighting this team, at least at this point. Maybe as we level up, we get further along, but at this juncture, most everybody should have pretty close to 90 to 100 possible points. So, let's get into it, basically. Alright, so, me, personally, you'll see my win streak. I have 14 wins with 1 loss. Only 1 loss. And that loss was truly, truly unfortunate. I think it's the one big pitfall that, and I won't say, actually, this is a good part of this event. Because unlike Wargame, to a great degree, unlike Wargame, this gives people who are really, really, really phenomenal at team building an absolute advantage. Because I will say, the team that I fought, if I go in here right now, like this team, I feel pretty confident this team is going to just be crushed under the weight of my team. Now, I will say that Anakitty is a little scary. The interesting part about her, she's going to wipe out all of my buffs at the end of the turn. And the fact that she's level 60 and she has no ascension in her whatsoever means she's going dead last. Like, she's the last person to do anything. But I'm going to counteract that, because if I go here into trial battle, my Lily should be the first person out of the gate. And I emphasize should. Should at least be pretty close. The only downside is we're going to lose our agility buff, I believe. And I'd have to double check it. I can find out here real quick. And you could actually do this on your own. You can go double check teams, double check team arrangements and things like that. And you absolutely should. You should not look at a unit that's level 60 and go, yeah, I can crush that. Because like right now where I'm like, yeah, I could crush that team most likely. The scary part is that Anakitty. And I don't know. Let's see. So she removes... Okay, remove strength magic and agility buffs. So with those agility buffs removed, there's actually a possibility that my Lily might not go first. But for the sake of science, I'm going to fight this fight, and I'm going to find out. Now, the one thing I do want to be careful of is I need to make sure that Lily goes before lead. And let's see, lead. Let's see, what is his? His agility is 1992. Now, that water bell might... I don't know. Only way to really find out is to go in here. Now, their battle power, their total power is lower than mine because their RD is only +1, and obviously you've got the level 60 with no ascension whatsoever on Anakitty here. But like I said, team building is absolutely critical here. The number one thing to pay attention to. So, Anakitty, removing all those buffs at the very end of the turn, basically is going to neuter my ability to produce insane damage next turn. That said, if I can get Lily out of the gate before lead, we'll be in a great spot. Even then, I feel pretty confident we can do something, but so long as lead doesn't beat my Lily, which I can't promise he won't do. He actually might, because like I said, our agility buffs are getting wiped out. Now, Lily is still very fast, but with their agility buffs, he might be able to beat me. Might be able to. So, in fact, I feel pretty confident that he will beat me, if I'm completely honest. But in a situation like that, what I can do is I can go down here, and I can do an update. But I kind of want to run this as a test. I've only lost 1. I don't want to make this a 2, but you know, I'm willing to try it out. If I wasn't doing this for a video, I 100%. I would go down here, and I would update. You get 3 updates between each fight. But I'm really curious. I want to see how this plays out. Now, once again, knowing team arrangements, knowing how things go down, knowing how things work, is gonna greatly benefit you in this. And if you have any questions to how those things work, do go check those out. If you see a team like this and you see a unit that you know is really awesome, double check everything. Now, turn 2 is where we're really going to pay close attention. I'm going to slow everybody down here. All right. Now, remember, Lily still went first. That's perfect. That means that lead can't touch me. So we can speed it back up and we're good to go now. Now, he still did damage. It didn't feel great, but I feel pretty confident. Ooh. Lily, go. There you go. Now, one thing I didn't pay attention to was her assists. They are taking away a lot of my damage. So I actually didn't win that, even though Lily was first. That's another thing. I didn't pay attention enough to assists. I'm sure they had some assists that were probably pretty beefy. So that's a good lesson there. Learn the lesson that I had to learn the hard way. Pay attention to assists. Pay attention to the fight. Pay attention to everybody in there, and you'll be pretty good. Now, this is a pretty standard team arrangement. I've fought this team before. I've fought teams very similar to this. Let's go. Let's take, you know what? And like I said before, you got to pay attention to the assists too. So they're getting SA Gauge Charge. They're getting that Seer. I don't recollect what she specifically does. And I will say that the you're going to see more and more of we just had to think about her. Aphrodite, you're going to see a lot more of her in these. We got some big debuffs here, but hopefully this isn't defeat number 3. It could be, but I don't think it will be. I feel pretty confident about this one. But once again, you got to pay close attention to the mechanics here in each fight. So, like with the other one, I focused mostly on the adventures. I didn't focus enough on the assists, and I feel like the assists where I really lost it. I feel like the assists, like I said, I've fought this team a number of times. This team is going to get clobbered. But you really got to pay attention. I didn't pay attention enough to those assists in that first fight to know where I stand. So while I did feel, honestly, the reality is, and I should have gone with my gut instincts and done an update and walked away. Now I'm Braver 3, which is nice, so I should be fighting other Braver 3s. But, like, literally all the top rankers are Braver 3 right now, too. So, I will say this. My first loss was to a team that looked nothing like that first team. It was the highest rank unit was +4. There were a lot of +2s and +3s on there. And when I went back and, like, screenshot it and looked at the mechanics of that team was despicable. That team absolutely was designed to look enticing, look like a free win, and come out of the gate with just a crazy amount of debuffs. There wasn't even an ailment team or a stall team. It was a solid debuff team that took away my ability to produce anything on the backside, and actually took away Lily's ability to be first in the batch because it just debuffed our agility so very much, and then had units on there that were even bigger debuffers that buffed their agility. So team building is the key critical element here. Above all else, you need to make sure you know that your teams are built the way you need them to be built. So, case in point, this is a very standard, like, cookie cutter Magic Rush team. We've seen these for like a year now. I don't want to face this team because this team comes out of the gate turn 1 and just starts hammering down. Now, I could, if we go in here to trial battle, I actually could throw somebody on the team that negates magic attacks. I could throw several. See, I even said I don't know what this Seer does, and she's on my team. So she does 3 null ailments and does magic resistance and physical resistance out. I didn't even remember what she did. But they're no ailments. So actually, you could go in here. You could have several teams set up and swap them around. So like my Magic Light Rush team probably would be faster than theirs, but I don't have it set up. But I could set that up and go fight them head on. So having multiple teams, you know, one for each said specific purpose would be a good thing. You'll notice that I only have the one team really built, and that's much to my detriment. I really should have at least 2, if not 3, really phenomenal teams set up. And probably like a defensive team, you know, a debuff team, an ailment team. Like there's a number of things you could do here. So for me, having one team is kind of a bottleneck in the scenario. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here and I'm going to do update. So that's the one big thing. Like, team building, so huge. So incredibly. They give me another Light Rush team. Are you serious right now? Don't be that person, game. All right. So, okay. Right out of the gate, I'm seeing what this team is doing. Their Lily probably will be faster than mine. 2001. I don't remember what that Elfie does. Let's go find out. I'm pretty sure Alicia does a few buffs, but let's go ahead and grab. Where's she at? Where's she at? Where's she at? Where's she at? They below the kid units? Shouldn't be. There's Alicia and Elfie. All right. So I actually don't have this Elfie. That's why I don't remember her. So this Elfie, let's see. Her agility is 1042. That's a really good stat. So they do Earth Resist down, plus 3 actions, low Earth magic attack. So not too worried about that. An Earth debuff basically just makes my team a little bit weaker. Was it this Alicia or was it this Alicia? I think it was this Alicia. Okay. So she'll drop Earth Resist as well. So fast Dex and agility plus 30%. So that really is all there to make their Lily go first. So they've got Dex and agility plus 30%. That agility stat is going to help their help the Lily. And let's look at their assists. Is that the single target? No, that is the single target Osvi. Hold up. I don't remember what Osvi and Yukina do, so let's go take a look at that here. Because that's going to be a big decision maker here. So I'm going to go to assist. I'm going to filter this down by Osvi and the Yukina from the crossover. There we go. And Yukina does agility plus 15%. So like I said, everything's about getting that big hit off with Lily. Strength magic, agility, and dex plus 10%. So I don't know why they're... I mean, I get why they're doubling it up. Her stats just a little bit better. So they have 15% and 30%. Let's see what my team has. Because I don't know if my team actually can beat that. Which means their Lily might be faster. And if that Lily is faster, that means I've got to go do one more update. But this is that point where I'm getting a little concerned. So we already know what she does. That's not going to be important. Alright. 30% HP regen, physical attack, Nullman. That's not going to be that big of a deal because that's going to be all used up turn 1. Agility plus 15%. I'm literally using the same assist. And I believe here, and I could be wrong, magic, agility, and light damage plus 25%. So their Lily will be faster. My agility buff is not as good because I don't think she does an agility buff. Yeah. So my agility buff will not be as good. So my Lily will be slower. Now, I could go through on somebody that does a 30% or whatever agility buff because I don't think she does one. She does not, no. So fighting this team would basically put me at a massive disadvantage. Now, my agility is 2110. And hers is... That's like right at the 5% threshold. That's legitimately at the 5% threshold. So... And these are the decisions you have to make. Like, sometimes you've got to look at this. So what is her agility stat? 680, and hers is 714. So... basically, the 5% extra. So we got 1396. So we're going to get 5% of that. I probably could beat that. Am I a gambling person? No, I'm not. I'm going to update one more time. Now, if I get a Magic Rush team, I'm going to be very unhappy. But let's take a look. Okay. Remember I said I've faced this team before. I'm not worried about this team. So note, their total power is 98,000. My total power is 94,000. But that's because I've configured this team in a very special way, and not everybody is max ascended. So let's see. I feel pretty confident about this, but who knows? Who knows? There could be something in their assist side that I am just under-evaluating. Okay? Now, Lily's got to get first. Yep, and she is. So there you go. That's that. That's the decision maker. If you guys have ever wondered how would you... Oh, that's a big hit. How agility affects you... Oh, no, this is bad. This is bad. They must have gotten some really good critical hits off. Oh, no. No! Not on the video! What are you doing, team? Oh, God. I'm going to chalk that up to bad RNG. I'm going to chalk that up to bad RNG because I've faced that team a number of times and annihilated them. So they must have gotten like a lucky crit or something, or maybe there's an assist mechanic there that I wasn't paying attention to. So this is what I mean when I say team building is everything. That is loss number 3. Loss number 3. I had 1 going into today's fight. That's what you get sometimes when machismo takes over. I should have fought that second team and whatever. Neither here nor there, guys. Hopefully that is a cautionary tale as to why you should be paying attention to the team builds and know your team builds very well. If you don't, be cautious. Research these teams. If nothing else, it'll teach you something about the game. Honestly, that first fight, I probably never should have taken on. I should have done more research, should have looked at the assists, but as I said, sometimes we make mistakes and we learn. That sucks, man. That is brutal. Just brutal. Literally I have a full day of losses now. It's going to take forever to catch up from that. But that's the thing, guys. Remember, unlike regular Wargame, where you fight, like, basically the levels go up and up and up, basically you're consistently fighting top-tier units at that rate. So it gives you the opportunity to throw your team up against other teams that are as good as yours. Basically, it's like climbing the King 1 wall or Jester wall or whatever every single day. That's what's going to make this absolutely brutal. And I think it's going to be good for the game overall and for people learning teams and learning team building. I do think it's going to be an absolute slaughter going up to there. But I don't know. I did just take 2 losses, but I kind of like this because it's going to force me to get better. So personally, I'm just kind of taking it as a personal challenge. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Are you enjoying this? Has it been brutal? You know, I know I was a little sloppy in today's video, but you know what? Not every run can be a perfect run. Let me know your thoughts. Like, comment, share. Catch you guys on the next one.